Hey, what's up YouTube? Tyler the Tech Guy here, and today we have a very special video for you guys. This is going to be the review on the Colt 1911. It's a government model. It says government model right there. Very nice print. On the other side, you get that Colt Mark4. So this is what the gun looks like. Obviously, as you guys can tell, it's based off the M1911, which was used in mostly Vietnam War and World War II, and they still use it today because it's very reliable. Now, we're going to jump into the review here. Now, a lot of people say you like going from the bottom up, so that's what I'm going to do. So starting from the bottom, you have that mag well there, fully sized, just like a regular mag would fit. It's a double stack, which is why it is so wide. It holds usually M9 mags, which you guys are thinking, no, it doesn't. But it does because it is that double stack to hold more rounds rather than the skinny version. So you guys already know it's a double stack, so it's going to be a little bit thicker than regular mags. Now, moving up, you get these textured plates that go on both sides of the gun. They feel very nice in your hand when you're shooting, and they have a very nice feel to them. Also, if you want to be the guy who has the, a World War II type gun, you can replace those with wood stocks or any kind of hand grip you want. Also, I don't know if it'll appear on camera, but right there is the Colt symbol on both sides of the hand grip. Now, moving up a little bit farther, you have that beaver tail safety. What this is, if you guys aren't familiar with it, is it's pretty much like a second safety, so that you have to push it down when you're ready to shoot, or if you don't push it down, it won't shoot. It won't propel any BBs, so that's a really nice feature. I really like it. Some people think it's stupid, but I personally like it. I think it's a really cool feature. Moving up a little bit more, you have the slide lock safety, which is ambidextrous on both sides. Right there, so it locks the slide so you can't push it back, but if you push it down, slide cocks back. This is also, if you guys haven't noticed, no, it is not a Springer, it is a gas blowback. One thing I should mention for you guys is you really can't find this anywhere. I think you might be able to pick up a KWA version of it, but you really can't find it anywhere else because, it's very nice dual stack government model 1911. You try and find that. If you guys can find it, just post what you see down in the video responses or give a link in the comments, because I'm really interested to see what you guys find. Now, moving up a little bit, let me fix that. We have our mag release, which is that little circular button. This is not ambidextrous, which most mag releases aren't, but there's the mag release. It is metal. One thing I should point out is most of this gun is metal. The only thing that isn't metal is this hand grip, which makes it a very realistic feel, very nice. We're going to flip it over to the side that it was on, and we have right to the middle of the gun, we have that skeleton key trigger, which looks very nice on the gun and feels very nice. Gives you a good grip for when you're shooting, and that kickback, very nice feel. Moving up a little bit more, you have the skeleton hammer. What's a skeleton gun if you don't have a skeleton hammer, am I right? So the hammer is a functioning hammer. This gun is a fully functional field stripping gun, so very realistic for any players who want to get into the very nice realistic guns. Heading up a little bit more, we're going to go to the side after this. This is a regular 1911 sight. I don't know if you can see down that, but there you go. We're just going to talk about this sight while we're at it. This is a regular, it's not, I wouldn't say a night sight, but it has that nice little white dot on it. So now moving on to the slide. The slide is a fully metal steel slide. It has the textured grips right here so that when you cock it back it feels very nice. Also, it has the shell release casing or whatever. I don't really know the scientific term for it, but if you guys know it, just leave it down in the comments. It really helps. One very nice thing about it that I like is it says 45 ACP, which is a caliber for most 1911s. I don't think they make any others, but that's what it says on here, which gives it that very realistic look. Now, right under that shell ejecting case, it says government model, but right below that is the field stripping thing, which is what I will get to when I'm done with the review. Moving down a little bit, you get to the orange tip. I don't know if it's removable, but, just there. So you don't get arrested when you're carrying it around. Now, on the other side, nothing different really, just the shell ejecting on the other side. And this side just says Colt Mark4 Series 80. All these engravings look very nice on the gun with the white and the black skin tone. So now we're just going to take it apart for you guys. Let me see if I can get this on the spot without having to switch films. There we go. So when you push in that button, this pin pops out on the other side, and the slide comes right off. Now I'm going to switch around to the other side. My assistant's here to make sure that it stays in because I cannot see. So now we're going to take it apart here. Is that good? Is it in film so I know?
Yeah, you're alright.
He's going to get that.
Just push this a little up more.
Okay. So here are our two parts now. We have lower receiver, our slide lock / ejecting tool for field stripping, then your top slide. Now the top slide is where all the magic happens. Now this little spring here, you're going to lift this up and then the spring is going to pop out. Now this is the spring that ejects the BBs and propels them. I've cleaned this gun multiple times, so I know where all the parts go back. Then this is a pin. This can also come apart to clean. Let's make sure we can get all this on camera. So we're going to put all the parts right on this side. You don't really need to see them, but if you can, then that's great. Should be able to zoom out a little bit if you have to. So there you go. Now this is the top slide. It also comes apart a little bit more. This little front pin comes up here. Now on the real 1911, this is the part that you take it apart. This should be able to push out and the slide comes off. But on this version, it's this little key right here. Now, as you can see, right in there, it has the tight bore barrel inside, which makes it shoot very straight. It's a very nice system. As you can see, there is the barrel. So, this is what the inside looks like. Nothing really happens on the lower receiver, but now we're going to show you guys how to put it apart together. Now, let's say you just took it apart and all these pieces came out and you're like, what the heck did I just do? Well, don't worry if you're watching this right now and maybe you thought, oh, maybe this review will show me because I see this taken apart. This is what I'm going to show you. So now, what you're going to do is this front part can swing. So you want to make sure it's lined up. Now, I just like to do this first. You just push this back right into place. Now, don't worry, nothing's going to happen, little boy. We're going to fix it. Now you push that back in, should be able to come all the way out, no problem. There you go. Now the next thing you're going to do, you're going to take this little pin. Now there shouldn't be anything left on the pin except this. Now you're going to take your small black piece, which is almost like a giant O-ring. You're going to slide this on first. Now this keeps some friction between these two metal pieces. Now if you notice, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you're watching this in person, this little black piece, it is kind of curved at one point, so you want to make it so it's somewhat round. So now it's going to look like this. So now you have your pin with the black piece, then the silver piece. Now this stays out. You're going to take your spring that flew out, if you can find it. Now you put it in. Now there's two different ends. There's an end that's really coiled and an end that's not really that coiled. You put this in the end that's not really that coiled. That's what I do. I'm not sure which way it came, but that's how I do it because I think it gives it more of a push. Now, you're going to take the end that's not having the pin in it. Yes, if you haven't, I didn't explain this, you just put the pin right inside the spring. Now the spring goes back into that piece that we just put in. Then you push it in a little. Don't worry, it's not going to fly out. And then you have to try and balance it on that little piece. Yeah, it's going to be a little crooked, but it'll just pop back into place. It should go right on the side, and this is how the BB gets projected. Now try not to make it bounce out, so I'm just going to keep this right here. We're going to push this back on. There you go. Now you're going to take your side. I know you might not be able to see it, but you're going to line it back up. And then, if I can get this to balance right. Hold on. I messed up the spring. See? You don't want that to happen. You just want to put this here. There you go. Now that's perfect. That couldn't have been any better. Now we're going to slide right back on. See, now it's on. Now you're going to want to cock this back a little bit. Back to there. Then you push the pin back in. And now you're set to go. Thank you guys for watching this review on the Colt 1911. If you guys can find it, make sure you do it. If you like the video, make sure you like it. It really helps. And subscribe.